Hi, Maria here. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm excited to share with you the fragrances that I wore this week. Now, interestingly, a couple that have been my absolute favorites. For some reason, I am not jiving with them this week. I don't know, like sometimes I think that my nose has become Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Like I'll love something for a while and then I don't like it and then I like it again. Could be the mood, could be the season, but I'm going to share all of those with you, plus some really awesome ones that I super enjoyed. And before we get started, if you haven't subscribed, please feel free to hit that button. Join the Weird and Wonderful family. It would be amazing to have you part of the community. And without further ado, let's get into this. So the first fragrance that I wore was La Nuit TRESOR Nude. Now this one, definitely one of my favorite finds of 2022. Like, I am so in love with this. This is a beautiful, sophisticated coconut. So a lot of times coconut fragrances kind of have a solar quality or a little bit of a beachy vibe. This doesn't have anything like this. This is like a beautiful kind of perfume, feminine, elegant, and it's just delicious. Now, interestingly, if you're a fan of La Nuit TRESOR, I can smell the DNA of La Nuit TRESOR in this one, which is weird because it's basically, I think, coconut. I think there's a bit of rose and vanilla, but what you're primarily getting is that coconut vanilla. But it's so elevated. It's classy somehow. You could wear this during the day. You could wear it in an evening. It's delicious smelling. And I just feel basically extremely exquisite when I put this fragrance on. So highly, highly recommend this one. If you love vanilla, this is a fantastic vanilla for the summer. That said, the coconut in it isn't so summery that you couldn't wear this all year round. Although I don't know how this one will project in the winter, but I hope it projects great because seriously, I'm in love with it. Okay, next fragrance that normally I love, and I literally like pretty much was revolted by it. I'm horrified, I don't understand, is LALIQUE's Amethyst. Now this one, I've always said this is my elven princess fragrance. I just imagine like some gorgeous elven princess walking through the woods picking berries. You can smell the berries fresh off the stems, a little bit green with the leaves and the woodiness from the, you know, you're smelling the forest. It's just rained, so there's a bit of a watery component. That's what I get from this one. I love the bottle. I love everything about it. When I smell it on the cap, I love it. Normally I love wearing it, but for whatever reason, when I put this on, I put it on in the evening. And I don't know if I just went into ham, like I literally sprayed the crap out of this thing. So I put tons and tons on, and then I went to bed and I kept waking up and I could smell it. And my response every time was, ugh, like I felt like it was waking me up. So I don't know if I just super oversprayed in the heat or what, because normally I love this one. Part of me is thinking that when it's super, super duper hot, I prefer this one in kind of cooler weather maybe. I thought I loved it in the summer too. Definitely smell a lot more sweetness in it in the heat. So I don't know, like that was just the weirdest thing ever. But yeah, this one went from a love to a I'm so disgusted by it very quickly. That said, I'm sure I still love it. One that I've loved forever and still do love is TERRACOTTA by GUERLAIN. Now, wore this one to work. It's kind of like a little bit of a tropical floral. There's a little bit of an oily quality to this one. This one also has coconut, but not near as much as something like the La Nuit TRESOR Nude. In any case, I put this on. I loved it. It smells, there's a little bit of an oily quality to this one. It's sweet. There's the florals in it. I think that this one is quite elegant and elevated. So I would compare it to some of those typical holiday fragrances like Bronze Goddess, but to me this one is a lot more sophisticated. So I absolutely love this one. I know it's hard to find in the States, but you can find it pretty much anywhere else quite easily. So absolutely love this one, and I got a compliment, so that was exciting. Next fragrance that kind of really surprised me was I tried Rouge Malachite by Armani Privé. I think it's Armani Privé. And I had tried this before and I thought, you know, it's okay. It's not amazing. It's amazing. I don't know what I was thinking. Again, I don't know what the deal is with my nose. Maybe it's the time of year, but this just blossomed in the heat, in my opinion. So it smells actually similar to the opening of The Only One Intense by Dolce & Gabbana. So to me, like as soon as I smelt it this time, I'm like, that smells familiar. What does it smell like? Why do I love it so much? And for whatever reason, that's the vibe that it gives me, is that Only One Intense, but not the woody dry down of The Only One Intense. So if you love the opening, this one is amazing. It just smells sexy. It's delicious. It's intoxicating. I think it's kind of addictive. Like, I just love the smell, and it's kind of a rich, round smell somehow. I think there's tuberose and jasmine. I think tuberose is the main note in this one. I know some people have compared this to Alien, or in particular Alien Fusion. I can see where they're going with it, but to me it's got, like, it fits the Alien Fusion maybe a little bit more because it's got the tuberose. But it's just a really beautiful fragrance. I didn't find that the longevity was amazing, but again, when you're using one of these little ones, it's really hard to tell how great the longevity is. But yeah, overall, really impressed with Rouge Malachite, and it may have to go on my wish list. That said, it smells so much like The Only One Intense. I think I'm going to pull The Only One Intense out and try that one again, because yeah, it got me hankering after it. Next fragrance, I literally couldn't stop thinking about it. Like, I don't know why, but it was just in my head. I put it away until fall, but I was thinking about it so much that I finally pulled it out and put it on in an evening when it wasn't so hot, and that is Mabelline by Untamed Perfumes. Now, Untamed Perfumes is an independent perfume house here in Canada on the West Coast. This is absolutely gorgeous. So it's kind of, it was created to kind of represent this really cool coffee house in somewhere in Greece, I think in Greece. So you get some coffee. I think there's rose in this. There's a little bit of booziness to it. It's just a really fascinating fragrance. It has the note of mastic in it, which is a very resinous smell to my nose. I'm not sure I love that note. Like, it smells pretty strong until it starts to dry down. This is definitely unisex, but there's something really kind of, I don't know, intriguing about this fragrance. I really enjoy wearing it. Actually, all of her fragrances I really enjoy. I let one of my friends who lives in Germany sample the Chocolate Earth one, and that one isn't necessarily for me, but she tried it on the skin, and again, she smelt it and she was like, oh, that's really different, not sure I'd want a full bottle. And then she texted me back a little bit later and went, it's just magic on my skin. So all of her fragrances are really unique, but really quite amazing. So this one's beautiful, lasts a long time on the skin. Can't wait to try it more in the fall. And yeah, there's something about it that just makes me want to keep on going for sniffs. Like, yeah, so love this one. Very different, but very beautiful. The last fragrance, it was a massive love for me last year. Like, I wore it nonstop, and it is So Scandal by Jean Paul Gaultier. So this is like raspberry milk tuberose is kind of what's in here. It's really sweet, candy-like. Like, I smell it and it's just absolutely delicious. I was so not into this when I put it on. Like, and I sprayed, I think maybe I oversprayed it too, because it's pretty hot out these days. But I put it on and I was so not having it. Like, I didn't love it at all and couldn't wait until I couldn't smell it anymore. Like, just didn't enjoy it. I don't know if part of it, like, I've had a lot of sinus infections over the past little while, so I don't know if that's the issue. Like, normally I love these sweet fragrances and just crave them and can't wait to put them on. for whatever reason, I just wasn't enjoying it. I'll always be a sweet lover, so I love that La Nuit TRESOR. This one's pretty girly-ish, like, so I can see someone a lot younger really enjoying this, and I still enjoy it. I'll still wear it. It's a little bit grapey, a little bit sweet candy raspberry, synthetic raspberry though. So love this one, but this one, which is definitely not mass appealing, but it's just so beautiful and so sophisticated and just grown woman, hear me roar type vibes. And I don't know if I'm like channeling my inner goddess lately, but these are just too happy and I'm wanting something a little fierce. So maybe that's part of it. Also, like, Hesse lent me so many of her amazing niche fragrances, which, you know, I've been talking about over the past little while. So I don't know, I think I've got the niche bug. Like, seriously, I think I'm in trouble. So anyway, normally I love this. I'm sure I'll still love it, but I sure didn't love it on the day that I wore it. And that is it. Those are the fragrances I wore for the week. Yeah, some hits, some misses. I always feel a little bit nervous because when I don't like something I've loved for so long, I'm like, what's going on? But I think I talked about this not too long ago. Sometimes, you know, your mood kind of changes and you want something different than what you put on. It's kind of like, you know, you start to eat a candy and go, why did I eat that? I wished I would have had this instead. So that's kind of what happened to me this week. It's been happening a lot more lately, so I'm not sure what it means, but in any case, I'm still really enjoying my adventures in fragrance, and I hope you are too. Other than that, I hope you have an amazing week, and we'll talk to you soon.